Alright, this is going to be hopefully an extremely quick tutorial on how to set up your G.E.C.K. This is the same way I set up my G.E.C.K every time I format or change configurations. Hopefully if you do it this way, you shouldn't have any troubles following my tutorials. And if you have any questions or problems, I'd be grateful if you commented on this video rather than my tutorials, unless the problem is specifically related to something I did in the tutorial, such as my weapon creation. If I didn't do something clearly, such as misexplained one of the properties, then that's something I'd ask you to post there. But if it's a general problem with the G.E.C.K or saving, I'd prefer you post it here. Anyway, I'm going to get straight to it now. First thing you want to do is open your G.E.C here. Should only take a second to open this. Alright, now the first thing you want to do, now that you have your G.E.C open, is if you're starting a new plugin, you're going to go right ahead and save. Automatically hit save, no opening, no new, just save. First thing you want to do then is name it. I'm just going to name mine tutorial 2. I already have tutorial 1. So I'm going to name this tutorial 2. You don't have to worry about putting the .esp on the end of it. That's just something I'm used to doing. It won't matter. Also, I'd like you to take note of the path that the game is in. Right now I'm on Windows 7, so it shows boxes for each one, but it doesn't matter. It should show the path regardless up here in the address bar. Mine is currently in my E drive in program files, Bethesda Softworks, Fallout 3, and then data. After you've done that, simply press save, and then we can go ahead and start making something. So then what you're going to want to do, you want to hit open, and you'll see this box, the data box. You should automatically have tutorial2.esp checked off and set as your active file. If you do not, say it's just here, it says plugin file, what you're going to want to do is double click fallout.esm, and its status should stay as master file. And then you want to also go down to your mod or plugin file, tutorial 2 in my case. Click it once, highlight it, and hit set as active file. What's this going to do, or what this is going to do, is save everything you modify to tutorial2.esp rather than fallout3.esm. The problem with saving something to fallout3.esm is that you'll modify the game and you'll have to reinstall to fix it. Where if you save it to tutorial2.esp, or whatever you name it, you can simply disable this mod and you'll have your default things back. So after you have this, which window should look like this, it might not be in the same order, and you might not have the DLC, whatever. Just make sure you have your mod set as your active and your Fallout 3 checked off. You're going to simply hit OK, and it'll load down here, show the status. Mine usually stops about 30%, usually stops about 30%, and then everything just loads. Don't worry, it's not frozen, just give it a few minutes. If it does take more than I guess maybe 5 to 10 minutes, then you might want to close the G.E.C and try again. In my case, it usually loads in about a minute or two, depending on what I have open and whatnot. But once it's done loading, your boxes and everything should fill. Just wait for this now. Alright, now that it's loaded, your cell view and your object window should have text in it. If you haven't done anything to your mod file yet, you'll probably have everything, like nothing should be changed. It should all be fine. Um, Normally, the world space is by default set to interiors, but you can also go through different parts of the Fallout 3 world, such as the Wasteland or the DC world. Um, for tutorial's sake, I'm just going to work in interiors. It's the easiest spot, usually the smallest places. So what I'm going to do now is an example of loading a map. You can simply type the name of it. It'll automatically search it. I'm going to, for example, go to Megaton. It'll come up with the dummy cell. This cell, I find, is just for editor's sake. Helps you find the Megaton maps easier. Um, right now, I'm going to go ahead and load the player house. The editor ID will be Megaton Player House. And the in-game name will be Empty House. So I'm going to go ahead and double click it. Give it a second, and it will load in the render window. Quick note: if you get these warnings, I get them all the time. Just go ahead and hit yes to all, and you shouldn't have any problems. I know that I don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm lucky, but in some cases you might not. If you have any trouble, just simply post here, and I'll see what I can do. Right now, this is loaded. The background in your render window should change, and the name should also change every day. So, if you don't see anything, that's because the camera is pointed in the wrong direction. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the grave key, which is the squiggly key in the top left corner of your keyboard, and that puts you into the fly cam. And what this is going to do is allow you to fly around the map like you're playing the game with no clip. Much easier, I find, for navigating around the map, and I find it really handy. In some cases, you'll start upside down. The map will spawn on the left, the right. It it doesn't matter. It spawns around the points at time. So if this happens, keep looking around your map. Eventually, you'll find it. Also, I know you'll notice here that there's a lot of stuff in this map, and it renders quite slowly. Now, this is because these are all the entities that you'll find if you purchase the house pieces from Moira. Only one of these will appear in time, these themes, but this is just everything that could appear in the house. So, shouldn't really need to worry about anything. There's a lot of door placement things, these colored things. Big boxes are spawns for going through doors. And basically, it's stuff that you won't actually see in game unless it's a conditional thing. So after you have this done, you should be all set for my tutorials. You shouldn't have any troubles. If you do, simply post a comment. I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.